morning, afternoon, and evening, SuperCoach Elites. Welcome back to another SuperCoach Elite live video, proudly sponsored by the Patreons at patreon.com/SC Elites. My name's Corey. We've got the team back again. Let's hear a choo-choo to start with.
Choo-choo! There you go, Corey. But more importantly, Corey, where can these listeners hit us up on social media?
Find us on Twitter at SC Elites, as long as Patreon at SC Elites. Find us on Facebook, iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube at SuperCoach Elites. And we've got the crew back. We just get smaller and smaller every week. Setter's gone. It's sooking it up. A couple of others gone. But look, the serial pest is still here, Dizza.
Good to be back, Corey. Thank you.
Good to have you here in your token San Antonio Spurs cap that you get to wear on the golf course every single time we go out and play. Casino Royale, how are you, mate?
You're not bad yourself?
Yeah, Big Schmitty.
Going on, Chief?
And the one, the only SuperCoach admin scores, Pete.
Yeah, g'day boys, how are
He's
you?
got a beautiful plant background going on there. Congratulations, Pete. Now, we will be back for the Brownlow podcast this week too, boys. Smitty, believe it or not, that is your time to shine.
Oh, God.
What have you got for us coming up?
Yeah, plenty. I'm actually going to release my spreadsheet somewhere. I've got to work out where it's going to drop. Because, as you boys know, and the listeners might not, every week of the season I put in my votes for who I think is best and put together a nice little tidy spreadsheet for everyone to have a suss. So I'll drop that and, everyone can have a look.
I believe you're going to drop it on the video.
Yeah, I think we'll go through the video first on Thursday night, Smitty, and go through your best and your worst, and then maybe slowly drips and drabs, get your spready out maybe just before the Brownlow.
Yeah, sounds good.
Get people on the channel. But I know you do a lot. You do a lot for that. You do a lot for the page as it is. But, you do a lot of work going into that spreadsheet. So I'm really, really glad.
It's just more of a hobby, I guess. But
we know Pete will give us a couple of winners out there too. So that's always handy as well. How is everyone?
Not bad. Could be better.
Yeah, not bad, fine, mate.
Had my team rocked up in the first half of a semi-final. Might have been a bit better, but,
Did they rock up in the second half, did they?
No, I think they were playing on Perth time, so it was a bit closer.
Fuck, that was disgusting.
Yeah, it was.
YouTube, we're meant to cut out the swearing. Yeah, that's all right. No problem. Dizzle will beep that, I believe. He's pretty good at this. On to week 2. We're on to week 2. We're on to week 3, but we've got week 2s there, so we'll go through that. Corey, tipping Richmond by 28. What did they win by in the end?
31.
31, so that wasn't too far off. Pies by 11. What did they win by in the end?
Minus 70.
Negative
70.
Negative 68, Corey.
Yeah, look. Smitty with the Tigers as well, Collingwood by 1.5, and Dizzer with Richmond by 37, Pies by 15. That didn't happen either. Let's go to Bombs. Bombs getting both right. Geelong by 9, and Richmond by 39. Pete, Richmond by 24, Geelong by 11. Royal got it wrong, and Will as well. Will's not here after last week's debacle. I could imagine why. So we'll go to Pete and Bombs. Geelong. Bombs, just thinking they're the better team?
Well, no, last week I told you I had money on them for the flag, Corey, so I had to just support them. And I was quite nervous going into that game. I thought that might have been the one that got done. But they got it done, and all of a sudden they look good. And it's never as bad. It's never as good as you probably think football sometimes. They look good, and for me, we'll get into tips later, but gee, they're looking good now.
Pete?
Yep. I always thought Geelong would bounce back from their shock loss to Port. Pies played in Perth the other week, so coming from Perth is pretty hard to bounce back. So, yeah.
Love it. Anyone got anything else to add, or should we just go straight into week 3?
I just want to add that Collingwood's absolutely fucking useless and trade the whole team. Honestly, how do you lose to a Geelong side without Jack Stephen? I don't understand it.
Because Mason Cox didn't kick any. Best forward in the league, apparently.
Shocking. All right.
Can't kick goals without a midfield support.
Penny's Coleman was all right.
My God.
Wow, there four of us go for Collingwood, so I think it was more of a hopeful thing. Okay. Now, we got Pete here first. Now, look, I don't know if we can recall back
just go through Pete's tips first, and then
go through Pete's tips. All right, let's go. Admin scores. Pete, let's go. Where you at?
All right, so I'm at with Port by 15 points. So they'll beat the Tigers just purely because it's in Adelaide. Their home crowd will get them up, and also Port will get to the granny. Yep, that's my first tip. And then
Lions in Geelong.
Yep, so I've gone with the Cats there. I really like what I see from the Cats from last week by 25 points. So I think the Lions, even though they won their first final, I think the prelim will fail them. So I think the Cats will get up.
Are you expecting a close game?
I think it'll be somewhat close, but I think Geelong, just with the experience, so they'll get up by 25.
What about Port and Richmond? Do you think that'll be a close game, Pete?
Oh, I said 15 points. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was just asking.
Port.
What
think
about Brisbane's home crowd, Pete?
Close.
You commented on Port's home crowd.
Yeah.
What about Brisbane's?
Yeah, I know. But Geelong have played at the Gabba quite a bit this year. So
You're just trying to say maybe that Brisbane don't have any loyal fans up there?
No, they've got some loyal fans, but I think Geelong, because they've played like 4 or 5 times there and they're undefeated there. So,
mate, you just bring the knowledge, Pete. You bring the knowledge. Now,
Just apologies to everyone that's watching this video too. With Pete's internet connection, it's actually running on the same server as what Will was last week. So
he's got the trees. He took Will out over there. He's got the trees in the background where he's taking Will out.
Yes, I'm in South Cumbria at the moment. So.
Yeah, there you go. Now, look, we did have a bit of a chat. Are we right? Am I on this now, Diz?
Yep.
Yeah, beautiful. I'll bring it up. We had a bit of a chat last week with some best bets, Pete. Now, I've got a couple of people who are very, very happy with you. You pocketed them quite a bit of money on the weekend. Paddy Dangerfield, best bet of the week to kick 2 goals, mate. He was done by quarter time.
Yeah, I know. I just can't believe it got up, yeah.
Oh, well, tip of the week, wasn't it, Pete?
It was, Corey. Yep.
Now, Corey, as you don't know, I have people all around at all the admins' houses recording 24/7. I am literally like Big Brother, and we've got some live scenes from Pete after he nailed the tip.
Oh no!
What did you do, Pete? What's going on here? What's this, Pete?
Just want our respect. Rob wants his
I actually
respect.
can't see what I'm
Coach Vogel
I
wants
can't
his
see
respect.
what's going on.
Organization want their respect. Laker Nation want their respect. And I want my damn respect too.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, that's classic.
So we'll have to go back and rewatch that part. So
There's the video cropping of his head though.
Long story short, Pete, you just want a bit of respect after nailing that, don't you, Pete?
Yeah, no, respect, boys. Come on, mate. Show it to me, mate. Come on.
Can I shed some light on his best bet of the week? I participated in the same game multi with Pete over the weekend, right? And we were in charge of picking legs each, right? And it's fair to say that every leg in there got up except for Pete's tip. And you'd think with his best bet of the week in the same game multi in the Cats game, he might have just tipped us.
Yeah.
He might have just tipped us Dangerfield 2 goals. What did you tip us, Pete?
Correct.
Pendlebury 20 touches.
Pendle's 20 disposals.
He had about 13 for the game, and he had about, it was paying about $1.50. Meanwhile, he leaves his best bet of $4.50 out of the same game multi and just absolutely cost us. I was filthy with Pete over the weekend.
I went safe because after
you went real safe, Pete, ignoring your best bet of the
Seven
week.
disposals in the first quarter. Hey, listen, Pendle's 7 disposals in the first quarter. How can you not think
He didn't
it's
even
safe?
get 7 for the rest of the game, Pete.
So, but like, no, I thought it'd be a fucking sure winner.
Okay, Pete, here we go. Your best bet this weekend. Now, this is a segment everyone has waited for. They don't care. Like, I can guarantee half the listeners are going to turn off after this. They want to know, Pete, this is why we got you up first. We should have saved you to last, let's be honest. We've got you up first. Yeah. What is your look down the barrel of the gun, Pete, and you tell the listeners where are they making money this week?
Right. They are making money. Best bet for the week is Cats to win by under 39 points.
You've heard it here first, people. You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Cats under 39.5.
Does that mean you're expecting a close game?
Correct.
But you took them by 25.
That's under 39,
so under 39. So that's the line, you know. That's
not a close game,
I'm taking them by 25. So they should not let me down if I'm going to get it right. So
wait,
yes.
What time's the game start in your time zone over there?
Not quite sure. The 2 a.m. on the Sunday.
All right, let's move it on, Pete. You've had enough airtime tonight. I know you want some respect.
That's it. I'm done. Yeah.
Schmitty, mate, where we going? Ports and Tigers.
Yeah, I went Port by 12.
Yeah.
Similar. Well, I feel like my tips for the prelim are pretty much similar to my tips from the qualifying final. And that being like in the qualifying final, I actually tipped Richmond on their experience, but I tipped Port to beat Geelong based on their youth. Hence why I tipped Port again this week. I think the energy and the home crowd advantage and just everything they've been doing this year, from start to finish since they went up to the Gold Coast to be in their little hub, that they've just done everything right. They've just seemed that they're ready to go, and not that Richmond are any less deserving or capable of winning. I just think Port are just rolling, and that's it.
Team to beat at the moment. Now, Lions and the Cats.
I'll tip the same margin and the Lions for the same
there you
reason. Only because I have zero confidence. So I've just pretty much gone the two teams who I feel are rolling along, home crowds, high pace, high tackling, and just getting the best of the experience.
Let's be honest, you just hate Tigers and Cats.
I actually said the other week that I thought Richmond would win the flag. They were my tip, but I don't know. I just feel like the home sides are just rolling along, and they're just doing all the right things, really. They finished 1 and 2 for a reason. They got their home prelims for a reason, and not that Tigers and Cats aren't capable of winning away, but I don't know. I think too, Lions, through no fault of their own, are pretty much not that any team's ever gifted, success, but out of all the clubs, with everything going on this year, the Lions, again, through no fault of their own, have sort of been blessed a little bit, and I think they'll make the most of their opportunity and maybe potentially win the flag as well.
Yeah, look, love it all, Smitty. And we're gonna have some good bets coming from you, I think, on Thursday night's pod. But what's your bet of the week for non-Brownlow relative games?
Oh, hadn't thought about it. Maybe. Oh, geez, I don't know. Maybe Ollie Wines 20+ into Robbie Gray goal.
Don't mind it at all. Let's head across to who's next.
I believe it's me. It is.
Yeah. Sorry, Diz. I was just going to say, Smitty, can you make sure that you drink 10 bottles of Powerade and have some water with you Thursday night? Because I take it you're going to have the most airtime up on that pod, by the way, too. So make sure you're bloody hydrated.
Yeah,
Diz?
I will.
First game. These are my tips. It's not who I believe I win. Believe that will win. It's who I don't. It's who I want to win. It's who I want to lose, really. So I've picked Port to beat Tigers by 15. I can't stand Richmond making another grand final. Just don't let it happen. And I've gone the Lions to beat the Cats by 27. Like I said, no Jack Stephen, no Geelong. I'm hoping Brisbane just demolish them and Scott gets a sack.
Just take his team on prelim. They're going to sack him. What's your bet of the week, Dizzo?
Eric Hipwood, 3 goals.
Oh, the Hippers.
Dizzo, do you reckon Todd Marshall channels his inner Mason Cox and tears the Tigers apart in the prelim?
That would be very nice.
It'd be more lad hams, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the big lad.
Peter lad hams. Yeah. On to the next one.
Yeah.
Casino.
Yeah, I think I'm going solo here. I think I'm the only one that's tipped the Tigers so far, so I've got them by 11 points. I think finals experience have been there, done that sort of thing the last 3 years, besides obviously 2018. But I just think when they've got the best finals player in the game at the moment, Dustin Martin, I think they'll just be too strong for Port. I think just the experience in finals and how to deal with the situation, and I think they'll just be a bit too strong for Port Power. And then into the Lions and Cats, I think the Lions again in another close one. I think they might tip these two, Richmond and Brisbane. I said in week 1, I think they'll make the grand final, and I'll tip the Brisbane Lions to win it. So I think these two are probably the best two for me. Hence why I've won them, and I think it'll be a good grand final. And I think Bridgie Lions will do the job against the Cats.
Beautiful.
I've got a question for you and Pete, because your tips are sort of the same. I know they're opposite results, but with your theories as to why you think teams are going to win, how come you pick one team on their experience and then gone the other team that has the experience too, not tip them?
Yeah, I just think Brisbane are just too strong at home. They haven't lost at home all year. They've beaten the reigning premiers, so I think that's just going to hold them in good stead. The reason why they're at the Gabba, I think that's the only reason why I'd tip them. If there was anywhere else, I think the Cats might just have them. But yeah, because it's at the Gabba and they haven't lost all year, it's just a fortress. So yeah, I think just because I know Port Adelaide at home, but I think Richmond's experience would just be too much of them. They're the best team for me. So yeah, that's the reasons why.
It's almost a different wavelength of experience, isn't it, Tom? I mean,
Yeah.
Geelong are an experienced team, but
like Richmond have a winning experience. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, bar how many Geelong players from 2010, 2000.
I think Mitch
2011,
Duncan.
Sorry, is still there.
I think Mitch Duncan's probably one of the only few there.
Joel
Selwood,
a lot of the back end ones, but you know what I mean. Like,
I think just the winning mentality of Richmond. I think just the way they just do it, week in, week out. Yeah, so that's why I reckon them too.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What was your best bet of the week, mate?
Oh, I got a 3-legger. So I got Shy Bolton 15 touches, Dusty 2 goals, and Lynch 2 goals.
Love it.
Oh.
Nice.
Choo-choo.
Yeah, talk about best bets, Corey. I mean, how's the no mention of my Tom Lynch shout first goal last week?
What happened to the other one?
Well, he had a first shot. He had a ping at it too.
I'll tell you what.
Missed it.
Now I know
I
you
told
had
people to multi that.
I know, and tell you what, and you didn't multi it, which is
I didn't, and I was filthy about that.
More or less. I reckon I would have texted Jay if he had that shot and you didn't multi it as well. I actually remember saying, because that was the one where he turned around and played on quickly, wasn't it?
Yeah, he had the fresh area out of the ruck, and then he had the one on the 50 where he turned around and played on.
He could have walked back. There was no one getting to the square in time. He could have walked back and still drilled that before anyone got there.
Yeah,
I was really shocked he played on.
Yeah,
but
unlucky.
Yeah, look, the Tom Lynch shout, you're pretty confident about that. Look, It's okay. It's not Pete-like, but it's okay.
Only paid $8.50, Corey.
Yep. We will have a chat to Pete, actually, too, before the end of the video. Look, I can see he's in his full Essendon kit, and I'm glad he supports the Bombers because he's about one of the only ones that haven't walked out on that club. So we'll see how he feels.
That's right.
Not what was reported on Twitter earlier in the week.
I could imagine. Bobs, where you go?
Bring it up for me, Diz, if you can. But would have said Port by 21, and I think I might have been a little bit lenient on that too. I reckon they're probably going to win by about 5 goals, to be honest. They are the form team, and they're just going to cop stiff shit, I reckon, in the grand final, because whoever makes it through to the granny they're going to play an undefeated team at that venue. So they're going to be stiff this year, Port Adelaide. And I'll tell you what I can't wait for, and I know we've got Liverpool in the background, and I'm not sure why when we're talking about AFL. But
you're not going to see that in the video, you dickhead.
Never,
that's all right.
Oh, you can't see that in the video? All right.
You'd know if you tuned in maybe once a week.
Whoops. Well, look, they'll never tear us apart, I think. And I'll tell you now, whenever I watch Port Adelaide home games, and even more so, I think this year, or in the last, well, certainly in the first final, when the crowd just gets to do that right before the first bounce, I have to say I'm a huge fan. I love it. Yeah. Every single time I make sure I sit there, and they will never. I love it, man. So Port will win on the basis of they've got some cool pre-game entertainment before the bounce, I reckon.
My best bet this week is that when they go to play Never Tear Us Apart, it'll screw up and pull somewhere through the
Get that as a BYO. And then the next game, well, I've just got to follow myself from the Cats. I don't mind it because I think the Lions are one of the more overrated teams in the competition, to be honest. And I think, Corey, they'll be lucky to play finals next year. And I'm being quite serious about that.
You are kidding yourself.
Hey, Corey.
We'll have a chat. We'll have a chat off.
Just before you keep
going,
we'll
have a chat off with how much we want to put on that bomb.
I'll just apologise. One of our tech gurus didn't include Bombs' second tip into the.
Oh, didn't they?
Video. So
I think I might have done Cats by 1 point. I think I might have texted Will. Cats by 1 point is a little bit cheeky, but I'll have to go for the Cats in this game, and so that's who I'll support. Therefore, that's who I'll be tipping. And I actually think that game might actually be the game of the year because the Lions who want to play some fast football, and I think you've actually got the best offensive team going around in terms of Geelong actually standing in front of them. So I actually really looking forward to that game because, Collingwood one scoring shot in the first half. Cats have done it all year. And if you look at that shit that Champion Data and stuff put out, where they rate whether or not you're a premiership actual threat based on previous I think Geelong and Port are the 2 highest rated teams in that kind of I don't know, scatter plot or whatever the hell you want to call that chart they put out there. So I'm a stats man, Corey, you know that. So Port and Cats will proceed on that basis for me.
Love it. Your best bet of this week?
Best bet of this week. This one's actually a little harder, but I don't mind something like, I think there's a little bit in when teams play the old clubs. So I actually don't mind Lincoln McCarthy first goal in the Lions Cats game.
You're a big Lincoln McCarthy backer, already.
Yeah, that too. But the fact that he's on his old team as well. I don't know if there's old players floating around in the other game, Port Tigers. I don't think there is.
No.
But anyway, I like Lincoln McCarthy first goal. And I'm a big first goal scorer market guy as well. So that's that.
Do we know if do we know if Cleary got named from the Big Dick family?
Yeah, it was. Oh, we might leave that.
Yeah, let that one go to the keeper. On to the next one. Oh,
Yeah, we've moved on.
Okay. See, this will be good. I can't even fucking remember what I tipped. Can I have something?
There you go.
Thanks, mate. 4+7. And I'm not overly confident on this either. You'll never tear us apart. They should come out really strong. I think this is going to be a very, very good. I think we're going to get a very good weekend of footy. To be honest, I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a very good game. I think I only tipped Port just because I think they're going to be a little bit too quick for the Tigers. They're going to run them off their legs. Now, it depends. They haven't been here for a little while, and it's a big occasion. Now, Richmond are they're good at kind of negating, and they seem to do it just year after year after year and just win those games that they need to, unless a big behemoth like the big Cox gets up and takes care of them. So I like Charlie fucking Dixon. Almost said Charlie Curnow then too. Big Dixon. So thanks, Franz. I think we've done enough potties together by now, when you need to fucking get in there and fix it up. And I do like Laddams as well. I think there's going to be, I just think Port are just going to be that little bit too quick and edge them out. I don't mind another bit of Basher Hooley. I'll wait till the end for my best.
Did you say Port's going to be too quick and mention probably the two of their slowest players in that?
In what?
In your chat just then?
No, I was talking about big players dominating them in the air.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Coxie and Laddams. Yeah, no, Laddams is going to run fucking the Tigers off their feet. And Lions by 16. I think that's a little bit harsh too, because I think this week game will be a little bit closer. I reckon I was a little bit still fucking pissed off at Geelong. Geelong, I mean, it couldn't have been any worse for Brisbane last week on the weekend with what Collingwood did. The fact that Dangerfield got to sit up forward for 85 minutes of that game just means that they potentially, might as well have just taken the week off, to be honest. But I think the line's going to be too strong, and Pete talked about it before. They haven't lost at home. I think they're a very, very good football club. Their younger players are starting to become men. I mean, I watch a lot of Brisbane football because old Shez is a Lions supporter here too, so it would have been tough if Collingwood won this week as well because she would have had to get out of the house. But I watched a lot of Brisbane footy, and over the last probably 2 or 3 weeks, I've seen a couple of those kids who wouldn't normally go back with the flight of the ball, wouldn't normally take the game on, wouldn't normally like a hard hit, kind of put their head over the ball and step up to that finals occasion. I think they're a very strong and united team. Not saying Geelong aren't, but there's that other curse that they've got too, that Dangerfield's career is destined to be no different from Nathan Buckley's. And he's, just to be a bridesmaid and never a bride, I think. So the Lions are going to knock him out this week too. Well, best bets.
We're forgetting as well. I know there was a few people tipping Lions. The Cats had them done by 7 goals earlier in the year too.
Yeah, but Collingwood also had
put a number on Geelong earlier in the year as well. It's a different game.
Geelong also did it to Port earlier in the year, and that didn't stop them in the qualifying.
Bombs would have liked a touche there, but that's okay. My best bet this week, Basher Hooley to have another 30. I don't know what you're going to get on that, but I do like 30-plus touches. I think that game's going to be quick, and he's going to get a lot of the ball. Now, I know I've tipped Port, but I just think he will get a shit ton of ball off that half-back flank. And Cam Rayner to kick 2+. I don't think you're going to get a shitload on it, but, $2 or whatever you're going to get on it. the big thing with that game, if Brisbane don't kick probably their first 2 or 3 goals, if they have 2 set shots in the first quarter and kick behinds, Geelong will win that game by 40 points.
I think either way, I think whoever the winner is, it might end up being 5 goals.
Yeah.
I can't see Geelong losing by 10. I think if it's close, Geelong will beat them. But if Brisbane are to win, they're going to win by 5 goals.
There we go. Is that it? We got anything else?
That's
No,
all.
perfect. All right, let's chat. Let's go. I know you guys like your airtime. What do we got?
Well, I'd like to know how much the multi would cost of all of our best bets going on altogether.
I think most of them would probably contradict each other, wouldn't they?
Probably.
Yeah, probably would, wouldn't it?
I think Pete will go back and have a look, and he'll get something together for us all.
When we drop the
Rain
video,
had 2
I'll
goals
throw it
into
together. I'll see what happens.
No, I
Put it in
took
the
mine.
group
I
chat.
already took my best bet.
Just say, Joel.
Oh, I just said when the video drops, I'll go back and listen, and I'll put them together, and I'll see what we come up with.
Beautiful. We'll get
Can
it
give us
out
the
of the-
power play odds on that too, Joe.
We'll
We
get
won't
it out
lose
of the
Yeah.
social. I'll tell you what, I'll have $5 on it.
I've got
Yeah,
a
why
question
not?
for you,
Yeah,
boys.
why not?
Hey,
Yeah,
I
mate.
reckon the responsible thing to do might be leave Pete's tip out and then put the house on it.
Shut the F up, mate.
Pete, we're on
Which
YouTube
of the
now,
prelims
and
do you
keep your
think-
swearing to a minimum. Thank you.
I said shut the F up, yeah.
What
Not
were you
the
going to
whole
say,
word.
Jolly?
Oh, I was just going to say, traditionally you see one of the prelims being the better of the two, and then, that obviously then translates into sort of which team starts favourite. Which of the 2 games do you think is more likely to produce the premier?
Oh, the Geelong game. I think whoever wins that game wins the flag.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I
and
tend
that's
to
really
agree with that
disrespectful
as well.
to Port Adelaide, because I think on any other year, if this game wasn't at the Gabba, Port Adelaide would be, for me, almost a moral to win it.
I mean,
That's-
it's disrespectful to Richmond too.
Well, that's what I meant
Yeah, they
earlier
count.
when I said about Brisbane, through no fault of their own with COVID and everything, and the way the season had to go being played in Queensland, they've just been blessed with everything.
The
Like, they
funny
haven't had
thing
to do
is,
much.
too, if the Tigers win, I'm telling you, although they lost that first final, I think they're going to have that much belief that they can go and absolutely smash either of those 2 teams. It's not funny.
Yeah.
So I think if Richmond somehow beat Port, not somehow, but if Richmond beat Port, I think that they will be the team that will just have the like that. That's in between the years. I think they'll be the most ready out of the lot of them.
Yeah.
Saying that, I don't think they're going to win this week. I think, like I said, I think Port's going to beat them. But I think I agree with Bonds. I think the winner of the grand final is going to come from that other side of the draw.
So you're
Well-
essentially saying that you would give, even though you don't think Richmond will beat Port this week, if Richmond were to
Make
beat
the
Port,
flag. I think they'll be favourite.
they're the better of the
But
two.
I think they'll be the
Richmond
better
win
of
the
the two.
flag. I think if Richmond make the grand final, they'll win the flag.
And
But I
that's
think
exactly
the
what I'm
winner,
saying.
I think Port's
Yeah.
win in, and the winner will come from the other side.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
100% agree with that statement.
Yeah, so do I.
Which is how how screwed up is that statement too? Like, it almost makes logically no sense.
think
Yeah.
Port's
Man,
the
I
one
mean,
They're not
team
going
that
to win
can
this
beat
week,
Richmond.
but they'll win the flag.
If Richmond's good enough to win the flag, they're good enough to win this week.
But
Yeah.
of course,
I
I'm
think
not
Port's the
saying
one
that.
team that
We're
can
not
beat them,
saying
though.
that won't happen. Like, they can definitely win this week.
We're just saying that the
think that-
prelim was harder for them to win than the grand final.
Yeah, because I think when you're in the grand final, the nerves that those players would be having that night before that game would be incredible. Now, this is a team that's
Yeah.
backed it up.
You'd have that in the prelims too, though.
Yeah, but it's a different kind of energy. You're
Hey,
playing
mate,
in front of
wait,
you're playing
let's-
in front of your home crowd.
Well,
Like,
let's find out from an AFL footballer what it's like prelims. Pete, what's it like pre-prelim?
I'm not a footballer.
I
You
thought
got me
might-
excited, Diz. I thought we finally got Adam Treloar on the video.
No, we've actually got ex-Melbourne defender Joel Smith on the podcast.
very good, very good. Oh shit! I had a question now. I can't even think of it.
Oh, jeez.
Corey, next video Thursday night to Brownlow. It is shirt and tie only.
Pete?
And tie only, Jesus.
Pete,
What
so
about
make
bow
sure
you
ties?
got
Is
a
Do I have to wear
shirt
pants?
Yeah.
Or?
Bow ties are up.
Oh,
Oh, well, no one's going to see your pants, so you don't have to.
And do we need to
It's on
bring a
the
date?
front half, yeah.
You
Might
can,
not be wearing them.
you can,
Might not be
you can
wearing
wear,
any now. You don't know.
You can wear a blazer too.
Date is optional. The dress is optional too, boys. You want to wear a dress? That's fine.
I don't think I fit in any of the missus' dresses.
I've
right,
got my own.
There's
I've
always
got
a
my
curtain.
own, so I don't have to worry about my missus. But Yeah, anything else to add?
I think you wanted to ask Pete a couple of questions about the Essendon Footy Club, Corey.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Yeah, no, I'm
yeah.
waiting for that. Yeah, no, Corey,
Now,
shoot away,
Pete.
mate.
Now we're gonna have our trade section where we're gonna catch up during the trade radio, and
Of
look, there's gonna
course,
be a
yeah,
shit ton of questions
absolutely.
there. But look, I think what Danaher's gone. Danaher to Brisbane. That's
Correct.
happening.
Correct. Yep.
Zach Merritt's gone.
No, don't think he's going.
I think
Merritt.
McGrath signed a 2-year contract, but I think there's a
He
clause
did,
that
and Langford
I think
also
there's a
signed
couple of
2 year.
clauses in there that if they want to leave during the trade period, they can. So
Sard.
he's
No,
gone.
that's not
Adam
true.
Sard.
You're making shit
Coach
up.
is gone. Sard is gone. Now, Pete, my main
Fantasia.
question, Fantasia, my main question is going to
Yeah.
be, what team is worse? GWS when they come into the competition, Gold Coast when they come into the competition, or Essendon next year?
It's not Essendon, that's for sure, because I know we'll be
Incorrect. That's Essendon.
We'll be somewhat competitive next year. I reckon it's the Gold Coast Suns.
Now, my next question is, who will win next year, North Melbourne or Essendon?
Essendon.
Essendon by
It was a trick question. It was North Melbourne as well.
Let me think straight, mate.
Look, and my final question is, are Essendon supporters going to be as delirious next year as they were this year in thinking that they're a good football side?
No.
Or
I think,
has the reality
expectation-
sunk in that you're a basket case and you're a shit?
No, it's not reality, mate. I think we're middle of the road at the moment. But this year, I reckon if we nail our picks this year in the draft, I reckon in a few years we'll challenge for sure.
Yeah, I'm not asking about a few years.
Yeah,
I'll finish top 4 next year when they get Jordan
we'll be middle of the
DeGoey.
road, I reckon, between 9 and 12, I reckon. So
Oh,
we'll
you're
be-
a
we'll
fucking
be-
delusional.
We'll be
Oh, what?
okay. We'll be okay next year.
Why should Dodoro work his magic? That's what I'm saying, Corey.
We'll nail the draft.
He's a
You'll get
he's a
pick 7
knobhead.
from Carlton. Second rounder for Danaher.
He reckons he's
Second
getting.
rounder for
He reckons he's
Mate,
getting
Fantasia.
7 for facade. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
You know
happening,
what's,
boss, mate.
but you know
Don't
what's
question
so
it.
good? Imagine
This week,
scoring like a first or second round pick in a year where you haven't seen any like TAC Cup football.
We'll have
It's
two.
like you might as well grab a dart, throw it at a dartboard, and just pick a player from there.
What
Sorry,
a terrible. Hey, sorry, you go, Diz.
Can I just chirp in, Pete? Can you just not get so angry? I heard that comment at the end. Calling Bombs a piss
Yeah.
weak dog.
Well, he thinks we're not going to pick 7. Well, it's
Wait.
going to happen, mate. What are going to offer?
I got a point for you.
31.
Oh
got a
my
point for
god.
you.
You'd be lucky to get that.
This is probably the worst year to be a shit team with a high draft pick because isn't it the most compromised draft of all time with the father, sons, and academy picks?
Yeah, I think so.
Like
One of his,
literally,
yeah.
I heard it's a good draft.
yeah. But all the good players are not available.
Sorry, Pete. What you read from other Essendon supporters on Twitter doesn't support what's happening.
He's always that place.
Yeah. Hey, Bombs, can you do me a favour? Can you add me to a couple of these family group chats between the Essendon and the
Oh,
Carlton
I don't
supporters?
think I can, bro.
I'll
I
put
don't
my
think I
Carlton scarf on and join them. Like,
I'll send you some screenshots though,
Oh,
because
fuck.
Bomber Pete's. Oh, look, I can reveal Bomber Pete and Beefo Rajo, right? That's like Rajo Beefo. They've been having beef during the week. They've been punching on every single. Pete, have you heard these rumors too?
I have, mate.
They've legit been fighting every night and arguing about Essendon 10 times. Beefo reckons they should just rebuild and take some, a bit of a reset approach. And Bomber Pete reckons, nope, they're just going to be as competitive as they can be and just do the absolute best they can right now. It's some funny conversations. And there's a certain member of the community, and his initials are JB, and you may know who he is, Corey. You may have added him on Facebook recently, but I've never seen him happier in my entire life. Corey.
I've never.
Sharing content like you wouldn't believe.
Mate, Summit, like, he doesn't have a huge Facebook following, and I'll tell you what, but reading some of those posts that are getting, like, 0 likes, that's just not on.
And I'll tell you
he's
the
getting
best
1
bit.
like because I'm liking them.
Yeah, and then the good bit is when he shares them on Facebook and then he posts them to the family group chat and then no one responds to him because they're all Essendon supporters. They're all sulking it up. Yeah, there's jokes about me taking pills, Corey. I'll tell you now, Herbs, he's on about 3 times the amount of dose. You can't get a word out of him these days. He's that depressed about Essendon.
Mate, your team's a basket case. Just deal with it.
Depression's
Now-
not a joke, Bombs. Depression is not a joke.
Now,
Yeah, well, I don't think it's a joke, but I'm just.
There was no jokes of depression. Just let's put that out there. Let's have a bit of a chat too, because Patreon's free. We've had a couple join up this week. I know Isaac Place was having a bit of a dip with you yesterday. Is that true or false?
Yeah, who knows what's going on with him?
I haven't seen a comment from me. We had Oscar. Oscar's a new member. Is true or false?
Yep, Mr. Pistorius.
Yeah.
Disability's not a joke.
Can we? I'm actually calling him that in the group chat, so he's got no fucking choice now. But jump in because it's still absolutely popping. Some of the chats that really bounced off this week. NFL chat this morning. That had a bit going on. Jedders, who thinks he knows absolutely everything about NFL. No idea. That's a whack at you, Jedders.
He knows everything about punting.
I know you're going to go into NBA chat here, Corey, but I just want to say the community are a bunch of assholes. I asked them, is the game started? I got a response after the game finished.
You want to know the worst part about that? And I feel bad because I didn't pick it up. The game wasn't finished when that comment came through. The game was finished. It was still going.
Oh.
It was like the third quarter. But I think they meant the game finished as in the score was like 40 points. But NBA chat, that had a good one. Trading card chat has been going absolutely nuts with a couple of addicts in there and good friend of the show, Lordy the Pig. What's it called? The Pig Devil Lord, who
and that's not from us. That's from his missus.
That wasn't from us. That was from his missus, who is absolutely going bananas in some of these breaks and scoring some fantastic NBA cards in there. Bonts wouldn't know anything about it because the season's finished and no one's paying him any money anymore, so he doesn't want to talk to anyone.
Hey, a couple of times I log on, there's been no one in the voice chat box area, so that's where I do most of my work.
Yeah, well, it's probably just on at like 6 o'clock in the afternoon when everyone's on at night time. Gaming chat's been going off. Punters chat. You want to come watch me sook it up on a Saturday at fucking Caulfield? You're more than welcome to.
Actually, you did give me a good tip over the weekend.
Yeah, Pelter.
Yep, thanks for that one. That was good.
No problem.
Hey, while we're talking about punting, good friend of the show, Jacob the Bev Show Bevis. I took the Bev's I took the Bev's horsey tips on the weekend in a 5-leg multi. 5 red crosses, not even 1 tick. So get stuffed, Bev.
Bev.
It was
tell you now,
it was a bad week for favourites, and I've never seen Bev tip anything over a fucking $2.20. So
if there hasn't been a bigger epitome of Tasmania, it's that bloke, I reckon.
I'll never forget the podcast where he said, lickety dickety fingers.
Lickety dickety more fingers.
You know what? I'm not even joking.
Bev, bring him back, Corey. Get him in the Discord, Corey.
Mate, pre-cup week, Dizza, we should set up a horse
chat
tip with Bev for cup week.
Oh,
Hey, he's on Cameo now.
And have him going against...
Burn out the bunker.
Bunkout's the man. Bunkout's the man.
Yeah, it's...
Bernie, that's it.
It's
Bernie the bunkout, yeah.
You got a good little listen. No, I'll be listening to... Look, I can't stand listening to BT and Dennis commentate on footy, so I know for the grand final... Bruce, sorry.
Yeah,
I love Dennis.
Mate.
Sorry, apologise. But Big Brucey, I'll be tuning in to Bev and the bunk out for their final, that's for sure.
Corey, I just got some breaking news on the Adrian Dodoro master stroke. Now, you didn't ask me for my tips on Essendon, man, but just got an article here that Dodoro has asked for one of 3 of Carlton's players. Now, these are Charlie Curnow, Harry Mackay, or Sam Walsh. Then he's gone and asked if these 3 aren't suitable, I'll ask for Tom DeConning or Carlton's first pick. So there you go.
Good luck.
There you go.
Good luck. And we'll take Sarge for free in the preseason draft.
And I can tell you something else. The Dorio is about as fucking nuffy as they come. He would leave those Twitter.
So we should get an Essendon chat just going on the Discord. It'll just go up.
Like a pro Essendon chat.
And that's the reason I didn't ask you too, is because I thought you had half a brain, unlike Pete.
Yeah,
who's a fucking Essendon nuffy ass.
That's a bit.
Can we just move this to the MA15 plus section for this week, please? Any other chats been bouncing this week, boys?
No. I think
but it is free. It's free. It almost wasn't free. We almost screwed that up and charged everyone again.
I'll tell you now, Isaac Place would have been the first one running away, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, come across, mate. It's at patreon.com/SC Elites. Almost forgot our Patreon then. Jump in there, have a bit of a chat, make some friends. That's what we are. We're probably more than friends. We're a bit of a family in there, I would say now. We get on regularly. Big Dick plays poker and we all play with him. That's Big Dick
No,
Millsy.
we don't play with him.
He's giving him a little time.
Obviously, you'll actually love this, man. The other night we were trying to help bloody Big Dick play poker.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
On the professional side, or was it just quiet game?
Just it was on a professional side, but just
Yep,
you know,
sure.
friendly in Australia. You can't play for money in Australia. You know that it's highly not tick of approval.
No, that's fine, yeah.
It's got the Bev's bets on that. Just the red cross. Oh mate, that was hard. Trying to get Millsy through that poker game. Jesus Christ.
Or was he just? Could he actually deposit?
He's on
He's
on
fake
Good Mate of the
money.
show.
He's on fake money.
Pig Devil. He's on Pig Devil show. Pig
Yeah.
Devil's account.
Now,
But we are a family. It's good.
Are we ready to end this video?
Yeah, we are, and we've got something to put it back up again.
Yeah.
I can see you there. It's ready to go, and this is how we'll sign out.
We just want our respect.
Bombs.
Rob wants his respect. Coach
Glory.
Vogel wants his respect.
The
Organization
Elites.
want their respect. Laker
Patreon.
Nation want their respect. And I want my damn respect too.
It is so good.